Jackbox Games has been making party games for 20 years, and they have not missed a beat. This new party pack contains 4 brand new games and a sequel to an instant classic. This pack is the first one to feature a ton of new options exclusively to streamers. Espionage is a data-mined guessing game. Each player must guess the percentage of people who answered a question a specific way, after which each other player must make a determination on whether the guessed percentage is higher or lower. During the production of this game, they released a survey on their social media that asked a series of 2-sided questions. I love that Jackbox's audience is so wide that they can implement a survey online that folks are willing to take. Trivia Murder Party is a cross between You Don't Know Jack, Mario Party, and the Saw films. The way this game works is that all the players will be asked a multiple choice question. If any of the players answer incorrectly, they will be taken to a minigame to see if they are killed. After all but one are dead, the players are then taken to a final game where they are given a trivia topic and must answer correctly to attempt to escape the house. The other players who died can catch up to the living player and become alive as well, as they have a third option the alive player does not. Fakin' It is a cross between One Night Ultimate Werewolf and the drinking game I Have Never Ever. In this game, all players will receive an action associated with something they might have done in their life. For example, raise your hand if you've seen all the Halloween movies. However, one player only sees "You are the faker" and must try their best to trick the other players. Each round will have 3 questions, and points will be awarded based on how long the faker tricked everyone. TKO is the love child between Whiplash and Drawful. The way this game works is all the players draw 3 pictures, totally unrelated to each other or anything. Then they must write as many slogans as they possibly can, totally unrelated to each other or anything. After which, each player will then receive 3 random pictures and 4 slogans and must construct the best shirt they can. The shirts are then paired off one-on-one in a tournament-style battle for votes. The 2 shirts that win will be the one who wins overall and the one with the longest streak of victories. After 1 additional drawing and a few more slogans, the players make a second shirt, battle again until we have our final 4 shirts. The final 4 battle each other to find out who made the best shirt. The most brilliant thing, though, about this game, you can actually purchase a shirt that was made in-game for your real body. $16 with free shipping makes this one of the most genius things they have ever implemented into a Jackbox game. And finally we have Whiplash 2, the sequel to the beloved Kickstarter instant classic. If you've never played Whiplash, let me tell you how this one plays. Each player will receive 2 prompts on their devices that they must submit the best quip that they can think of. After which, each prompt is placed on screen with 2 players' quips. Each other player then must vote on the funniest one. After 3 full rounds, the winner is dictated on by points. I cannot express how much I love this pack. It's hands down the greatest assortment of games Jackbox has ever released. Another genius idea was the implementation of audience interaction. In the past games, they were just extra votes or likes. In this pack, however, there's just so much more they can do. In Fakin' It, the audience can vote on who they think the faker is. In Whiplash 2, they not only get to vote, but while everyone is writing quips, they can answer in the audience play-along by quipping to original Whiplash prompts. In Trivia Murder Party, they can answer every question, guess on who dies, and even play along in some minigames. And they can try to survive the whole thing. In TKO, they get to suggest ideas for the players and then vote on the shirts. But the best audience implementations by far has to be in Espionage. If you have 5 or more audience members, it will pull them instead of the global information that was gathered. This not only makes it great for everyone involved, but you really get to know your audience as a streamer. And this supports up to 10,000 audience members. It's just incredible. Since each game is so unique to one another, I thought I would review and score each game separately and then give an average. So let's begin with Fakin' It. Fakin' It is a lot of fun with a tight-knit group. Trying to suss out the one amongst you who is faking their way through is great. It also irons out the good liars from the bad ones as well. This might ruin friendships, but at least you know you had a good time. 8 out of 10. Trivia Murder Party is one of my favorite games in the pack. Being a big fan of trivia games and a long-time fan of You Don't Know Jack, I knew I would love it. It also doesn't hurt enjoying the horror movie aesthetic as well. 9 out of 10. Espionage is a very interesting idea about surveys and surveillance. I really enjoy the absurdity in the questions given and how people react to them. The only downside is this is the most calm game in the pack, but it does start a good conversation. 8 out of 10. Whiplash 2 is such a solid game that I feel it just deserves a high score automatically. With brilliant audience implementation and a slew of fun prompts, you just can't go wrong with a good game of Whiplash. 10 out of 10. TKO is the perfect game. I mean that in every sense of the word. What makes something like Whiplash so good is freedom to write whatever you want. What makes Drawful so good is the freedom to draw however you feel is right. Giving players the freedom to draw and write whatever they want without any restrictions is so welcomed that it should be criminal. Allowing players to buy actual physical copies of the shirts that they made in-game is so smart, it's not comparable to anything else. And this gets a 10 out of 10. And with that, Jackbox Party Pack 3 gets a score of 9 out of 10. I highly recommend this pack. If you have friends coming over for a party or for whatever, you can play with everybody. As long as everybody has a tablet or a smartphone or a laptop, anyone can play this game. If you are a streamer, I highly recommend it. It's not only fun with your chat, but it brings in new people all the time. It is something that I can't express enough my love for. So I want to thank you, Jackbox Games, for creating something that will last, that is something so vibrant and fun that I can't get enough of it. If you are interested in buying this game, it is currently available on PC, on the Steam stuff, Xbox One, and PS4. Thank you for listening. Follow us on our social media at missionstartpodcast.com, facebook.com/missionstartpodcast, and on Twitter at twitter.com/missionstartp. Thank you guys for listening.